You know, speaking to a couple of people from the UK Transhumanist Party quite recently, and what they were kind of saying is they felt that transhumanism needs almost like an Andrew Yang moment. It needs a moment where it goes from being just an idea to being a household name. But they think that moment's coming, they're just not quite sure when. I mean, is that your view? Do you think there'll kind of come a point where it will go quite suddenly from being, you know, this idea which is kind of discussed in academic and scientific circles, to being something that everyone knows about, and probably some technological breakthrough will bring us there? Is that your view?
Well, I think you're right. I think it'll be a technological breakthrough. I think, you know, in Andrew Yang's case, the world was ready to hear from somebody reputable like Mr. Yang that basic income could help inequality, because inequality has been growing quite dramatically over 10, 20 years. And so people said, well, especially those who are of less means thought, hey, this makes a lot of sense that I would get free money. You know, how you pay for that and all this other stuff, that's a whole nother idea. But the point, though, is that transhumanism, I think, a moment will come, and maybe, you know, Elon Musk might be responsible for that moment. I really tend to think that when we start having people that have implants or headsets that connect to the you know, the net and to the cloud and to AI, all of a sudden people are going to take a step back and say, that is so weird. This is not the same thing as just being on Facebook with your friends. We're talking about something that is much more significantly powerful. And I think when people start realizing that you can use that for capitalistic means, for work reasons, then everyone's going to say, wow, the transhumanist era is really here. Now, I kind of wish that people would just say, wow, people are dying. That should in itself bring on the transhumanist era. But a lot of people don't worry about death. They just think, oh, it's, you know, they're either religious or whatnot. And so it's not a big issue. So I think probably it's going to be a medical breakthrough of some sort that makes people say, wait a sec, I want one of these brain implants because I want to dream in the cloud. Like, the idea of dreaming in the cloud sounds really exciting to a lot of people. So that'll probably be the moment, but that could still be 2, 4, maybe even 8, 10 years away, especially dependent on how far research goes because of coronavirus. But a moment's coming, I can tell you that. And it's going to be a breakthrough very similar to Mr. Yang or to the environmental movement, you know, back 20 years ago. We're going to wake up and say, hey, I either love transhumanism or I think it's the worst thing ever. And then there's going to be civil talk, you know, debate about it, maybe civil unrest. I mean, we're talking about the most dramatic change in the human race that anyone has ever seen. So it's going to be a wonderful moment, and yet very, very challenging, I think.